LeGars.
Rachel LeGars. Few of you have probably heard of my surname before hearing of me, likely because it's not a common local name like Bloom or McGarry or McCracken or Anderson. We all have names with histories. Regardless whether you know your name's history or not, what we should all have in common is that we are trying to build on our legacies and make a name for ourselves. I'm the first LeGars to graduate from Curwensville and only the 5th generation of this family name ever. My great-great-grandfather came to America from France with a surname that had been lost to us and changed his name to LeGars, which was derived from the French word LeGare. He made the name himself, which seems like a rather big decision. Most people don't have much say in their name. It's assigned at birth, and we live our life using it as identification. But he actually chose his last name. He got to decide what he would represent, rather than having to fit in with what name he was assigned. He therefore decided for all of his descendants how they will represent him in his choices as well. I will live a lifetime of reminding people to capitalize the G in my name and being called Rachel LeGars when mispronounced, because this is the name he chose. He and my great-great-grandmother grew their family in America with their 5 daughters and 3 sons. They made a place for themselves here, starting a brand new life and giving promising futures to their children, and founded the beginnings of me. One of their sons, Henry, my great-grandfather, moved to central Pennsylvania and provided for his family by creating the LeGars Construction Company. His work ethic and pride in his handiwork stood out in my parents' hometown in northern Cambria, slowly and quite literally building a reputation for the family name. He worked until near his end, jokingly saying, "I didn't retire, I just stopped getting paid." My pap took over the family company soon after to carry on the name. It's very cool to drive through the town and see the houses and buildings that were from our company. The hard work these men did for our family gave us a foundation and built a name for us. My parents decided to move to this little town of Curwensville for work. I started kindergarten here with few friends, very few family members near, and corrected every new school year's teacher of my last name. Nonetheless, I created a name for myself here, just like my ancestor did all those years ago. I was rather quiet in elementary school, but as I got older, I met new friends, became more involved in school activities and within the community, and found my place. I grew tremendously, as did all of us, with the help of our incredible teachers and community. I made a name for myself here, but I see the same future for the entire town of Curwensville. As we leave this small town and branch out across the state, or even the country, for our future plans, we're taking our hometown with us and making a name for Curwensville. We're taking the manners and morals we were taught from a small age and standing out as especially nice citizens in today's busy society. We're taking the close-knit community we grew up in and expanding those relationships to new places. We're taking our unique work ethic to the workforce to stand out from competitors. We're taking everything we learned here and growing upon it in life. Going to a school where teachers don't know you by name and know your whole family and where you live like we do here might be a culture shock to us, but we'll figure things out eventually. We'll have a lot of changes to adjust to in the next couple months, but that's part of life. We're leaving behind a group of people we have known our whole lives. We've all gone through the same struggles and triumphs throughout high school, and while hopefully our bonds and memories last forever, we'll have new classmates this fall for the first time. Throughout this year, I've started to realize and appreciate the individuality of all my classmates. I've gotten closer with my friends and started talking to more people and learning about everyone's story or thoughts and opinions, and it just makes me appreciate the people I get to meet. Of course, I realize this senior year when it's a little too late. Regardless, I'd like to thank my classmates for making this high school career enjoyable. This environment helped form who you are as a person, helped you decide what you want to do with your career and what lifestyle you want to live, shaping our personalities throughout our entire time here. An artist named Brian Fallon once said, "You don't outgrow where you come from," which we will find very true in our lives as we mature and carry our hometown name with us. We all have the lovely central Pennsylvania traits like describing icy roads as slippy, when that word doesn't even exist, that we'll have a hard time getting rid of. We carry our culture with us wherever we go. With every new person we meet in our lives, we will often be asked where we are from. And as we accomplish great things, we're giving Curwensville that name. We'll always have this town to come home to, whether it be Riverside Stadium on Friday nights, your cozy home during the holidays, or the west branch of the Susquehanna to kayak down on hot summer days. We can always visit, but the rest of the world needs to learn about the special people that come from Kerwinsville. As Orrin Hatch, a U.S. Senator from Pittsburgh, once said, "There's a reason these ceremonies are called commencement. Graduation is not the end, it's the beginning." So as we go out and achieve our dreams, remember where you started and make a name for your town as you establish your own. I would like to wish my final congratulations to the class of 2019. Thank you.